Hi, Dr. Smith.
Oh, hello, John. Please come in and take a seat. I'm pleased to see you again. How have you been feeling since the last time we met?
As well as you would expect, I guess. I have been feeling pretty awful. Haven't been sleeping much, and my wife's been getting suspicious too. I'm not sure if I really want to know the results, but I guess I need to.
I'm sorry you've been feeling that way, John. I can see that this must be making you feel pretty awful. Shall we go through the test results?
Okay, I guess it is best to get it over with.
Okay, John. I'm afraid it's not good news. As you know, the last time I explained the risks of having unprotected intercourse and what we would test you for. Well, I'm very sorry, but some of your results have come back positive.
Oh my god. It was just one stupid night. Just a mate stag party that got a bit carried away. I'm never gonna see that woman again. And I feel so guilty every time I look at my wife. And now this? What is it, Doc? Please tell me it's not AIDS.
I'm very sorry, John, but the test has come back positive for HIV.
It can't be. The test must have been wrong.
Unfortunately, John, I'm afraid it's a very accurate test.
But what does this mean? What am I going to do?
There's a lot we can do to help you, with medications.
Wait. What do I tell my wife?
I can see that. This probably is one of the more important issues for you, so let's discuss that first. Please, it's best if you take a seat. I'm afraid this won't be easy, but by having HIV, you are at risk of spreading the virus to your sexual partners. It's both of our duties to make sure that, 1, you are treated as effectively as possible, and 2, that other people are spared from the risks of the virus. Do you agree?
Well, of course I don't want my wife to get hurt. But telling her is not really an option. That would ruin the 10 years of our marriage, and we have 2 kids. I can't be responsible for doing that.
John, let's take this slowly. I think that I have given you a lot to think about today. I know that telling your wife is a massive thing to take on board, but I don't think we can just put her at risk of contracting HIV. Do you? In fact, in our last appointment, we did talk about not having intercourse while your test results were coming back. How has that been going?
Well, to be honest, I tried saying I had a headache for the first couple of nights, but she started to get upset, and well, I was just kind of wishing I didn't have anything, you know? So we did have sex.
In that case, she will need to be tested as well. I'm afraid there may be a chance that she has contracted the virus already.
No, that's not possible. I couldn't have done that, doctor.
I'm sorry. I know it wasn't intentional, but there is a risk, and we need to make sure that she is looked after if the worst has happened. Do you think you would be able to explain the situation to her and bring her in for a test?
How? You cannot just tell your wife that you slept with someone else and then contracted HIV? Oh, by the way, dear, I might have given it to you too. How do I make this alright, Doc?
I'm afraid there's no easy way, but I think it's important to make sure that your wife's health and safety is protected as much as possible. I'm afraid you will need to discuss this with your wife.
No, you cannot just make me do that. You can't just demand that I ruin my marriage like that. I need more time to think.
Okay, I understand that you are upset, and I think having a bit of time will probably be a good thing. There's a lot to think about, but I think we need to agree that you shouldn't have intercourse with your wife in the meantime.
Well, that really isn't that easy. I'll do my best, but I'm not going to upset her any more than I have to.
John, I need to be sure that you won't spread the virus.
What can you do about it anyway? You have to follow the doctor-patient confidentiality.
John, everything you say to me is completely confidential, except for instances where I believe that you're putting another person at risk of serious harm. That's common medical practice. In this instance, where you continued having intercourse over the previous week against medical advice, and then now, where you have not said that you will not have intercourse with your wife this week, in these circumstances, I feel that I have a duty as a doctor to protect the interests of your wife. If this means breaking confidentiality by telling my senior colleagues, then I'm sorry, but that is what I need to do. If you would like, maybe you could call your wife and I can arrange an appointment with the both of you and help explain what has happened.
Okay, maybe that's for the best.